o'clock with breaking news out of the state attorney general's office. The AG and the governor announcing they have filed a lawsuit against 13 different companies that worked on the Washington Bridge. ABC 6 News reporter Caitlin Gelhaus joins us live in the newsroom with all the details. Caitlin?
Yeah, well, Tiffany, Attorney General Peter Neronha, Governor Dan McKee, and an outside legal team announcing this afternoon they have filed a lawsuit against 13 companies that have provided design, construction, and inspection services to the Washington Bridge. The AG saying this is going to be a very long road ahead.
The day of reckoning is beginning.
This lawsuit filed by Attorney General Peter Neronha, Governor Dan McKee, and an outside legal team of Max Wistow and Jonathan Savage, aiming to hold 13 companies accountable for what the AG's office is calling a near-miss catastrophic closure of the Washington Bridge.
This is civil litigation, which is very different from what you might see typically coming out of this office.
In the complaint, the state bringing claims of breach of contract, fiduciary duty, and negligence to these 13 companies.
Legal team, which we brought on in April, that they have the tools to make sure that they can, take away any argument that could be made by the people that we're going to be pursuing a settlement with.
At those companies that knew or should have known that when they were providing design, inspection, or construction services, that the bridge was an unusual design, and there were aspects to it that needed to be taken into account when they were providing those services.
The 44-page complaint alleges the companies failing to adequately identify worsening structural issues in a timely manner led to the very sudden closure of the bridge on December 11th.
The team, both our lawyers and the team hired by the governor, now retained by us, this case is in really strong hands.
Now, Attorney General Peter Neronha says with time, they'll know a lot more about their own claims and if other parties need to be involved in the lawsuit. And he did say pretty confidently the state will find a company to build a new bridge eventually. In the newsroom, Caitlin Gelhaus, ABC 6 News.
Keyword there, eventually. Thanks so much, Caitlin. And by the way, you might recall back in July, Aetna Bridge Company was picked for the demolition of the Washington Bridge. And as you just heard, they were one of the 13 companies named in that lawsuit. Now, in a statement, a spokesperson for Aetna says the company stands behind its work and will defend itself against the claims in the lawsuit.